Warning. The following podcast is utter nonsense and may cause agoraphobia, kleptomania, insomnia, and oppositional defiance disorder. We are required by law to provide you with this disclaimer for hazardous materials.
Welcome back to Hazardous Materials. This week we're going to take a bit of a deep dive into DC's new, what's this thing called?
Future State.
Okay, Future State. So my buddy Gideon here knows everything about Future State, and I don't know dick. And that's where we're going to go with this. So, Gideon, tell me, what is your speculation on how this is going to unfold for us?
So when this was first announced, I had a pretty cynical view on it because I was like, oh, it's another 2-month DC Band-Aid event like Convergence was, where we're going to get stuck with a bunch of books nobody wants. But the more they revealed about it, particularly with the new characters and the new creative teams, I got more and more excited for it. I also got really excited when they said these books are fully returnable. So if the gamble doesn't pay off, we're not in the hot seat. But that aside, I'm really excited for a lot of the directions, a lot of these titles. From what I understand, it is basically cobbled together from the remains of what was going to be Dan DiDio's big 5G initiative, which would have been focused on the next generation of heroism. So instead of that being the status quo for the DC universe,
and because DC totally fired him,
an indefinite amount of time, this is going to be a 2-month quick event while they figure out what their next big line-wide relaunch is going to be. That said, with a lot of the stuff we've seen so far from it, I actually kind of wish this was going to be the new status quo, because a lot of this stuff kind of sounds awesome.
I really like some of the imagery I'm seeing on this. I didn't know this book existed. So I got a chance to flip through it, and I really love the imagery. You know, I'm a costume whore, and there's some really great looks in this book. I got confused with the Superman on the front. It's like, is that John or Connor? Because for some reason, my brain completely blanked on the fact that Connor's Superboy, and I thought it was John and not John, but Clark and Lois's son. But no, this is John, and that's who's on the cover here, and that's who's rocking the Superman look.
Yep.
But on the back, we got Connor.
You got Connor, yeah.
And his red pants.
His little buzz cut, too.
I like the way Wonder Woman looks here. I don't know who she is. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
We can start with the Wonder Woman books. That's actually the thing I'm most excited about. So we're getting 2 Wonder Woman titles here. The first one, just the main Wonder Woman book, is written and drawn by Joelle Jones, who I adore. One of my favorite artists working today. And it stars Yara Flor, who is a Brazilian woman who is from a tribe of Amazons that live on the Amazon. She's got a set of bolas instead of a lasso of truth.
I'm okay with that.
And we don't have a ton of other details on her outside of that. But, like I said, a great artist working on her, who's apparently, she already is going to make the jump to main continuity after this event, because they announced that she's going to be Wonder Girl in the main Wonder Woman book after this.
And I've seen the costume for Wonder Girl, and I really like it.
Also really good. Yeah, Joelle Jones designs a hell of a costume. And they're already angling to put her on TV on the CW in some capacity as well.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for Yara. I think she's got a great design. I think it's awesome that we have a Latina Wonder Woman. And I mean, we already did. Linda Carter is Mexican, as we all know.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Linda Carter's immortal. Have you seen her recently?
Yeah, she looks great.
She looks great.
And but yeah, I'm really excited for the Yara book. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Do you think that her costume is adding to the momentum of the character being on the CW?
I think a good design really helps push a character.
Because I mean, that happened with Gwenpool. That happened with Spider-Gwen. Gwen could sell a costume.
It's true. Yeah, never undersell a good costume. And both her Wonder Woman look and her Wonder Girl look are really, really cool.
I'm excited about
that.
And
that's it. If you want to go diving for whatever info you can, or whatever minor appearances you want, this tribe of Amazons is first mentioned in Wonder Woman Annual number 4, which was the final issue of Steve Orlando's run that was cut criminally short. Really good series. And so, of course, people are already freaking out and posting it on eBay for a bunch of money. So,
yeah, wow. I've been reading a lot of articles about the monetization of recent issues.
Yeah, speculator culture has only gotten worse in the time of 2020.
And I'm okay with that because, man, the days when comic values were just crazy and all over the place, it was an exciting time.
You know what happened after that, right?
Yeah, the 90s crash.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want that to happen again.
Yeah.
But the other Wonder Woman title is Immortal Wonder Woman, which has art by Jen Bartel, who I absolutely adore.
You
All
know
of her
the
designs are
comparison
great.
I'm going to draw on this one, right?
Well, yes, and I think they were going for that with that title. They were like, we can get some cheap heat by taking the Immortal Hulk's title. But it focuses on Diana at the end of time. And the only signs of her aging is one gray streak, some creases around the edges.
Is that what I read about there being like the year? It's 82,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has Batman's utility belt. She has Superman's cape. And she has a Green Lantern ring around her neck.
Wow.
And it's, Diana at the end of time. I think it's going to be a big, awesome, epic story. If nothing else, it's going to be absolutely gorgeously drawn. And I don't remember which one of the books, but one of the big things that Future State is doing is having a more anthology approach. So we're going to have some bigger issues that have multiple stories within. And one of the titles has a Nubia backup. And I'm pretty excited for that because I feel like DC's been inching towards making her a bigger deal in the past decade.
I actually read the first appearance of Nubia when it first came out. And I was actually excited. And I was like 8 years old at the time. But just anything new. And it was like another Wonder Woman. I was like, this is cool. She had a completely different outfit. And it was a Super Friends issue. Because they were doing like some weird thing where they were making a like this team of international heroes. Like the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
And they had Nubia in there. I was like, that's cool. So I'm glad they kind of stuck with that. Oh God, I was actually going to ask a different question. I got so wrapped. Oh yes, somebody recently asked me why Wonder Woman 1984, and this goes into what you were talking about, the fact that she's at the time. I had to educate somebody that Wonder Woman's immortal, right? And they had no idea. I was like, well, that's the reason why we had a World War One.
Yeah,
and
then
now.
a modern day,
and she looks great. So.
Power of the gods.
Yep.
So yeah, I think both of the Wonder Woman titles are going to be awesome. They're the two I'm most excited for in this whole Future State event.
Let's climb up the Trinity ladder on this one. Let's talk a little bit about the Bat family now.
So the Bat family I'm a little less hype about. It just because it feels like a premise that we've seen a million times. So that Gotham has become a police state. There's robo-drones flying around. And the only people who can fight back is the Bat family with new cool tactical outfits.
That sounds to me like Dead Man's Land again.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. And you got everyone with their Mad Max meets 90s clip-on armor outfits.
Like Nightwing?
Yeah.
Saw that.
Nicola Scott is going to be drawing the Nightwing book, though. So that does give me some
The outfit
hope.
looks okay.
Yeah, it's just a little clunky.
Yeah, a little chin strap.
Yeah. The Batgirl's outfits, again, like, they're fine. They're just a little scrappy. Bruce Wayne's outfit is... It kind of reminds me of like the 0 Year outfit. It's a bit more tactical. It doesn't have sleeves. Doesn't have a cape.
They're all soldiers now.
Exactly. And I'm like, I don't know if that's really what I want to read. That said, I am very excited for the next Batman, which is the title from John Ridley and Nick Darrington. And it focuses on a new character underneath the cowl who's not, I don't think he's going to be in the Gotham stuff full time because he's also in the Justice League book, which we'll get to in a bit.
Okay.
But John Ridley was the screenwriter for 12 Years a Slave. He just started up Other History of the DC Universe this past week, which was phenomenal. Like, if I almost put it in my top books of the year because I'm a huge Black Lightning fan.
I am too.
That might be the best Black Lightning story I've ever read.
I used to read Black Lightning back when he was in the Outsiders, the first team.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
my boy Metamorpho.
That's right. we did bond over that one. Back when it was Batman and the Outsiders, then it became the Outsiders because it was. Batman was too good for that.
But yeah, the popular theory is that it's going to be one of Lucius Fox's kids as the new Batman.
Yeah.
He's got a full face mask, so we can't really see who he is.
Oh, he's pulling a Batgirl.
Yes.
Cassandra Cain is the one true Batgirl.
He's got the full face mask. John Ridley has, I think he said, like, there's a 99% chance it's a person of color under that mask. So I'm pretty hyped for it. I think it's going to be really rad.
Excellent. Okay, so... I think we're going to cap this off with our boy Soups, but we got some superfluous... I don't know if that's the right term for it, but we got some other heroes to address.
The other titles, yeah.
Yeah.
So probably the book I'm excited for next after the Wonder Woman books is the main Justice League book, because it has, for us, the breakout character of 2019, Green Lantern Jo Mullein.
She is sector lady
on the Justice League.
I love that.
Yeah, so our Justice League lineup is... Jonathan Kent as Superman.
Yep.
Yara Flor as Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
The next Batman.
Okay.
Joe Mullane. Aqua Girl, who is Andy, that's her name. Andy Curry, daughter of Arthur and Mira.
Okay.
And then we've got Jess Chambers, Kid Quick, who is a non-binary speedster hailing from Earth 11, who will be making their debut in the it's like a multiversal Christmas special that's coming out in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. So really soon.
Yeah, very, very soon.
And
Big old
a
$10
good looking outfit
anthology.
too. Let's put up that picture.
Really
of that
cool
outfit.
look. I really like both their Kid Quick looks and their full on Flash looks.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's gonna be a really cool book. I like the team. I hope they stick around. I'm a little leery of Joe being written by anyone but N.K. Jemisin and being drawn by anyone but Jamal Campbell, just because I feel like because no one else has gotten to work on her yet, you know?
Okay.
So this is her first time being in a full because Far Sector
I
is
see
so
what you're
very much
saying.
in its own
'Cause-
corner, you know? It's its own
It's
thing.
so beautifully done.
Yeah, and it's such a unique book. It's such a fully formed character that I'm concerned seeing other people.
And I understand that concern, but I think handing it off to another artist further legitimizes the character.
I mean, maybe. I'm worried it's going to dilute the character. I'm worried that she'll
I know
just
that
become
fear.
another Green Lantern, you know?
I know that fear.
Because like I love my lanterns, but the love's getting spread kind of thin. I start getting to Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner, and I'm just like, I got some scraps for you guys. Sorry, Simon, you're no Jess.
I think that fear happened to me when the Mystique series ended way back in the day, and then like a few months later, she showed up just being some typical villain in some other book.
Yeah.
So I get that. It's a little more riskier when you're talking about villains because every writer just wants, oh, okay, I need a villain who's this one. All right, cool. With heroes, I guess there's more of a need to be consistent because this is the bread and butter. This is what's going to sell the book. You know, we want our character to match up with the fan base it's bringing with it. So yeah, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And Teen Titans has been making a couple waves because they're bringing Red X into continuity for the first time.
From the Teen Titans Go.
Yes. Robin's alter ego that he would use to do missions for Slade. And then Red X might have also been another guy. Who knows? I guess we'll find out in the Teen Titans book.
I keep messing up the animated shows. You got Teen Titans, you got Teen Titans Go as the silly version, right?
Yes.
Okay. The Red X showed up in the main Teen Titans from 2002.
Yes. I think he also showed up on Teen Titans Go at some point, though.
He did.
Yeah. But so there's that mystery going. I'm trying to think of the other side books. There's Jackson Hyde as Aquaman. I think that's going to be pretty dope.
What about that speedster there on the cover?
That is the speedster that's going to be in the Suicide Squad book, which is being composed of a bunch of alt-universe versions of different characters and led by Connor Kent. So I'm kind of thinking it might be the Earth 3 version of Kid Quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the deal is. They haven't been super forthcoming on that.
And she's rocking blades on her legs, too.
Yeah. There's the Green Lantern book I'm not super jazzed about. It's well, I'll show you here. That's Jon Stewart.
Oh.
Yeah, like no
Okay.
ring, got like an energy weapon, got some guns.
Yeah, I think I've already seen a Guy Gardner Warrior.
Exactly. That was the vibe I was getting. I was like, I don't think this is what I want from a Green Lantern book.
No.
But the biggest disappointment for me. Well, before I get to that, one more book that I'm really excited about in the miscellanea title, Swamp Thing, taking place in the year 4500. Where Swamp Thing is one of the last vestiges of life. Sounds awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like the covers got him like Planet of the Apes style over the Statue of Liberty. Looks pretty dope.
So is this back to the concept of the Swamp Thing being the avatar of the green?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
And wasn't Animal Man like the avatar of the red?
Yes. That New 52 Animal Man book is really good.
Yeah.
But my big disappointment with the Future State announcements is that you have this initiative that's focused on legacy, on a new generation of heroism, particularly focused on diversity and making more groups visible in the DC universe. And you have this cool sounding new Flash character in Jess Chambers, who's black and non-binary.
Mm-hmm.
The Flash book does not focus on them. It's another goddamn Barry Allen story.
And we told me this before we recorded. I was really disappointed.
Which is the most DC Comics move I can think of. Especially because it seems to be having Wally West as like a speed vampire that's killing the other speedsters. So not only is it Barry Allen nonsense, it's also Wally West character assassination again.
We will not stand for Wally West character assassination in the show, sir.
Man, like I'm done. I can't get over it. I will say on Legion of Superheroes, there's some wild Riley Rosmo character designs. And you know how much love I have in my heart for Riley Rosmo, particularly his bizarre ass character designs, like that weird pill shaped head on Saturn Girl.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know, man. Brainiac 5 is a disembodied head. Bouncing Boy's got a little bubble helmet. I'm excited. That looks pretty cool.
Oh man, my Legion. They just got their new book. Of course, they have stirred my anger with the whole Golden Lantern thing.
You'll never ever get past it.
Yeah, well, from what I understand now, I'm thinking that the Gold Lantern stands for justice. That's not an emotion.
That's as much of an emotion as well as an emotion.
Yeah, but he works for the Guardians, the same Guardians that the Green did. So I'm like, I don't know what that means.
So we'll move along to the final section, the Super Family. And there's some interesting sounding books here. You've got a John Kent led Superman the Man of Tomorrow book.
No cape.
Yeah, no cape. Or maybe a retractable cape, because there's some concept art where he has a cape.
What's up with this capeless whole thing, man? You got Batman with no cape, now you got Superman with no cape?
It's the future,
That's
baby.
chaos.
Capes are out. But the books I'm more excited for in the Super Family, there's the team up books. So Gene Yang is writing Superman and Batman. You know, I got a lot of love in my heart for Gene Yang's Superman work. He just did Smashes of the Clan, which is one of my favorite books this year.
That's
right. Our best of 2020 video.
I like that little footnote there.
Little plug. But yeah, he's writing the Superman and Batman book where it's going to be, I believe, the next Superman teamed up with John Kent. So that should be pretty cool.
Okay.
You've got Dan Waters, who's been doing a lot of really cool indie work with, I think, Coffin Bound is the title that I've been hearing a lot of buzz about, where he's doing the Superman Wonder Woman book where it's John Kent teamed up with Yara.
Okay.
So that should be another. I'm picking up all of her appearances, so I'll be grabbing that.
Where's our boy Connor going to? Is he going to be in the Teen Titans?
Connor's in the Suicide Squad book. So,
there's a lot of weird choices for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'm not super excited about it, but I'll at least flip through the first issue.
Yeah.
Going forward with the Superman family. The actual like Clark Kent Superman book is Superman Worlds at War, a little fun play on the old Our World at War crossover.
Yes.
Where Superman is a gladiator on Warworld. Michael Yannon lovingly drawing a mostly naked Superman with just his trunks and his cape and a chain version of the Kingdom Come S logo.
So I'm going to say this now. World War Superman. Because that's exactly what that sounds like.
I'm pretty hyped for it. I think it's going to be a fun, pulpy, John Carter style romp, especially with the lack of clothes. It's going to be him busting some alien gladiator heads, maybe taking the fight to Mongol.
So what are your thoughts on DC giving this?
I do have one more super title that I want to highlight.
Oh, okay.
And that is the reunion of one of my favorite creative teams, Mark Russell and Steve Pugh, who gave us the Flintstones, who just gave us Billionaire Island, on Lex Luthor. Or, I'm sorry, it's Superman versus Imperious Lex, where Lex Luthor seems to be some sort of cult figure.
That's a new stage.
He has a smiling face mask of himself, presumably hiding like a hideously scarred or aged Lex Luthor face.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a wild romp. Mark Russell is the master of social commentary and satire in comics today.
So you think that's where this is going?
I am beyond delighted to see. The other times he's written Lex Luthor has included such great bits as him getting into a troll fight with Daffy Duck in Lex Luthor Meets Porky Pig, in which Daffy Duck comments on a picture of Lex Luthor in a turtleneck and makes a circumcision joke.
Oh, geez.
And the other time is where Lex Luthor almost gets away with a super crime. This was in an Action Comics special a few years back.
Tell me that Lex Luthor runs away with a bunch of pies.
You are so close to being on the money. He gets away with the crime, but then stops for a victory moon pie and throws the wrapper over his shoulder and gets arrested for littering.
Jeez.
So Lex Luthor's in great hands, and I'm excited to see Mark Russell tackle I think a 3 or 4 issue solo book for him.
Okay. So I was going to talk about the fact that it's obviously become public knowledge at this point that Dan DiDio wanted to make this the status quo.
Yes.
This was going to be our new future. And I can understand reboot fatigue is what stopped that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if somebody had come to my office with that idea, I'm like, hey, that's great. No, I want this to be the status quo. You're fired.
It's a tall order. Like, it's definitely, I think, would be intimidating as a full online. If you told me, like, oh, you're not going to have any of your regular books anymore, I was already like, oh, it's Convergence again. But again, like, there's a ton to be excited for here. You know,
Yeah.
You've got top-notch creative talent. You've got some really interesting new characters to glomp onto. Like, between the John Kenneth Superman titles sound interesting. The directions for the established heroes, for the most part, sound cool. I'm less excited about the Green Lantern and Flash books, but like the main Clark Kent Superman book sounds really cool. The main Diana Prince Wonder Woman book sounds really cool, and just Yara is like, I think she's going to be the character find of 2021.
That's surprising. Well, knowing that this is going to be its limited run, and they're going to probably pick and pull what they like from it and throw in their main continuity, but the main continuity still remains the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that because, and I'm saying this only because Suicide Squad recently ended its run. Rehire Gail Simone and bring back Secret Six. You've got the opportunity. It's happened. It's right here. Bring back Deadshot. He doesn't even need to be Deadshot. Just give me, well, okay, no, he needs to be Floyd. But this is the opportunity.
Did you finish Suicide Squad?
I did.
Okay.
That's the reason why I'm saying it could be someone else.
Live Shot is back.
Yeah. I'm not buying Deadshot being dead anymore.
I want him to be dead. He's been on too many missions to stay alive.
But he's got Secret Six.
Yeah,
Catman.
We can bring back the Secret Six, uniting for Deadshot, or they can try to get another Get Out of Hell free card to get him out.
Oh, that's a good one. Because I gotta have the bromance between Catman and Deadshot.
Gale is writing one of a story in an anthology that's coming up. I think it's the last days of the DC universe in Dark Knight's Death Metal, along with Mark Waid doing his first DC work in
Wait a minute.
years.
Gail Simone is writing for Death Metal.
She's doing the last Green Arrow Black Canary story.
That's slumming it,
dude. It's gonna be great. Mark Waid is writing the last Superman story. Here's the thing. I talked mad shit about Dark Knight's Death Metal. But the thing I appreciate is that it's giving creators I love chances to do some fun, wacky stories that don't at all reference all the stupid stuff in the main book. The Batman who frags, man.
I wouldn't mind some Green Arrow and Black Canary action again.
From Gale? I'd love it.
Yeah, I really miss that dynamic.
I think it's pretty safe to say Gail Simone is the greatest Black Canary writer of all time from her Birds of Prey run.
I think Gail Simone is one of the greatest writers of all time.
She's a top tier one.
Yeah, she's definitely top tier for me.
And I just kind of slipped it in there, but I'm so excited for Mark Waid to write more DC books. Like, his Flash run is one of my favorite comics of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Superman Birthright is arguably the best Superman origin story, and that's a competitive field.
It is.
And he's been wanting to write Superman for years. Like, he's had multiple pitches that have always been shot down. I'm really hoping that the post Future State, post Dark Knight's Death Metal, big post Brian Michael Bendis big Superman relaunch is Mark Waid on Superman.
I want them to bring back the Kryptonians with the headbands on. I don't know if you remember that. Remember that before
I
your
do.
time?
That's some John Byrne era stuff.
Yeah,
that's
because
post-crisis.
all Kryptonians is a cultural thing wore headbands.
Oh, that even goes further back. That's like a Silver Age thing, because Jor-El always did.
Yeah.
John Byrne had like the hoods.
Yeah, Jor-El had a red headband, a green outfit with a red and yellow sun.
Little
on
piping.
his,
That's
the
a
old
Silver Age
school,
Jor-El.
but I would always read stories about how important the headbands are to their culture and things like that. And then the 90s came and they disappeared, and I got sad.
They got weird robes.
Yeah, they did. They like bony like ridges all over them and stuff. And
Well, once again, Casey, you've done a great job of getting off the topic.
I totally did. I saw it happen. I was watching it happen.
We'll snip that right out. So yeah, future state. If you're scared, don't be. It's comics. It's 2 months. Give one a shot. Maybe you'll love it. Maybe you won't. But you won't find out till you try.
Truth.
I think with the wide range of titles they're producing, particularly in the anthology titles, you're bound to find something you enjoy. Don't fear change.
And there are some gems that I'm really curious about.
Yeah. The future is now. And with that, I think we're going to take ourselves out. As always, give us the likes. Give us the subscriptions.
All the things.
Maybe check out our Patreon. Throw us a couple dineros so we can keep making stuff like this.
Please.
Let us know your thoughts on Future State. What titles are you going to be picking up? Are you terrified? Why? Don't be. Let's have a conversation about it. If you have some ideas for some future stuff we could do.
Oh, yeah.
I keep relying on this word future. Let us know. Hit us up for like some titles we could cover, some particular books you want us to talk about. And keep watching.
Help us paint the future of this channel.
Man, we're really going all in on our futures.
We really are futurists.
Well, have a great one, guys. May your futures be bright.